Good evening, everybody. 4 people logged on already, so make yourselves known. Say hello in the chat. Be nice to hear from you. Oh, it's Tom. Hey, Tom. How you doing, buddy? Who else have we got here? I think... More importantly, it's beer time. I'm just trying to drink the leftovers that are knocking about my house. I don't usually drink Stella because my brother's come to stay at some point, and I've got a feeling if I leave any reserve beers lying around, they won't be there when I get back. So plan is drink them all, leave the house empty. Nothing to come back to be disappointed about then. But yeah, who else have we got online? I used to be able to see when people logged on, but I cannot anymore. But we've got an amazing session tonight, guys. We've got the amazing KODAMA. They're going to be opening up in about 10 minutes' time. We've got Tara Dean from Maidenhead. She's also done some amazing sort of live stream gigs in lockdown, including sort of a festival to raise money, off the tap festival to raise money for Thames Hospice. I think she did very, very well out of that. We got Jordana Blake. So she's not been at Music and Words before, so it's her first performance. She's from High Wycombe. We've got the amazing Anyway the God as our featured act, who has been in the studio today, pre-recording a set for you guys. But we're also going to get up on the chat as well. We've also got Bailey from Drink the Ink. And he's going to give us some poetry. And we will indeed have our amazing Diamond Bavell. But instead of him being at the beginning of the session, he's going to be on right at the very end because we had to jiggle a few things around with some acts and stuff like that. But he's going to be there, so keep your words in mind. You might have some more interesting words to throw at him by that time of night. I think I'm also going to preview a video from a shoot we did not so long ago with my brother for their record label. So we'll put that up there. There's a poet that has been at Music and Words a couple of times who actually features in the video, but you won't be able to see him. But if you guys recognise, please post up and let me know who it is. So, okay. So we've got 5 people tuned in, which is great. This early time. Thanks for sticking with us through this long period of lockdown. We just heard the announcement today that outdoor gigs are now okay. So I'm going to look into the guidance on that and see how we can go about doing some sort of Music and Words outside with an audience, which would be lovely. But just to keep things also interesting, I want to still keep the streaming stuff going on because I understand there's lots of people that won't want to attend concerts even if they are outside. Well, they can't attend because they're miles away across the country. So I'm going to see if I can keep the back and forward thing going with the sort of live streaming. So, for example, if you are a performer and you still want to perform, we could potentially stream you in to a live audience outside in Windsor, and you'd be able to play to an audience rather than just me, which would be great. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, cheers. So, like I said, this is session 52. Got some incredible acts lined up for us. We've got KODAMA, Tara Dean, Jordana Blake, Anyway the God, Bailey, and Bavell. So please stick with us for that. And I haven't played in a while, and I wasn't going to play tonight because I did my finger in. I was opening a new food processor thing, and I'll see if I get it to autofocus on that. No, you won't see it. Anyway, it's not very pretty. You don't really want to see it, but it means I can't finger pick with my guitar. So I have to play with a pick, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, at least I can still play. So let's see if I can find my pick. So I'll grab another one. Good evening, Eleanor. Eleanor cooks me an amazing meal tonight. I was running a bit late in between sort of recording anyway session and coming back here to set up. So she was an absolute darling and got me Linda McCartney vegan chicken bucket. It is lovely, really nice. And boshed that down, came back to the studio and got ready for you guys. So, and there's Drink the Ink. Good evening. Is Bailey there? Okay, I'm playing this one because people tend to know this one, but not only that, it's the only one I can play with a pick. All the other ones are sort of finger picked. So this is called A Conversation Between Two Minds. Oh, hello, Mother. My mum always supporting the shows, coming down from, well, streaming in from Nottingham. Okay. When joy and pain are hard to tell between, 'cause you've fallen out of both of those feelings, and it's written deep behind your eyes within. But I still feel all your sorrow when you sing. Oh, and you often talk to me about your death. I can taste your fear with every trembling breath. It's the same fear that keeps you behind the door. Very one and everything that you adore. Oh, and it's often easier to play the night and slay the dragons of someone else's fight, when the hardest battle is the one that's inside. Oh, and its army grows stronger all the time. Oh, and silence speaks when words are hard to find. Oh, the message isn't clear most of the time. Oh, an age will take its toll beneath your skin. Oh, so you can't let go, you've been trying to hold it. And autumn leaves leave beauty so renowned, but they soon lose all their colour on the ground. And in winter, naked trees stand tall and strong, 'cause their roots are buried deep around their home. Oh, and the past comes back to haunt your widowed soul. Oh, like a ghost standing outside of your window. see her, but she never goes away. Oh, cause it's sleepless nights and nightmares in the day. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. So yeah, actually did a recording session on the weekend, which is really nice. So watch this space. We use the wonderful Loading Bay studio, which is really, really lovely sound. And yeah, I'm hoping it will be out very soon on my record. I haven't actually put anything up on the streaming services yet, so that is my goal for the next couple of months, is to get something up there. There's stuff on Bandcamp, but I avoided Spotify and Apple Music and things like that for a while. Not for any particular reason, but I just kind of didn't feel like there was the right moment to put it out there. And yeah, now the momentum started taking, it's like building up again. I'm sort of thinking about putting some stuff out there. So yeah, do check it out. I'll keep you all posted. Okay, I'm going to invite the amazing KODAMA into the stream. So bear me a second, guys. See if they're available. Hey guys, can you hear me? There we go. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to get you up on the feed. Hold on a second. Okay, the split screen might not work for you because we're missing Jamaica, but it's all good. We'll chat here, then I'll go back to the yeah because of the split screen. So, but it's all right. We'll
It's okay. You don't have to see my face fully. It's all good.
Oh, we love seeing your face, Jamaica. We really do. So, so yeah, Jamaica's obviously been here on the Music and Words online for quite a few weeks now, I believe. You've probably done about 3 or 4 sessions, or maybe 3.
And I think it's probably 3 or 4.
Yeah, which has been lovely, and you're finally able to join your band member, which is exciting.
Yeah,
so
many months, yeah.
So for those who don't know, this is Michael and Jamaica. Michael plays guitar in KODAMA, and you've also got a drummer as well, don't you? And a bass player.
We do, yeah. We don't take him anywhere. He's a nightmare. We're doing an interview tomorrow night on a local radio show, and he's not allowed to come.
Is he not?
No, just in case he gets us in trouble.
I think I know your drummer anyway, so yeah, you don't need to explain. It's all good. I understand. So.
That's that. That's our bass player.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
Is
he embarrassing?
Is he playing behind the scenes tonight then, or just sitting it out?
No, he's just being boring. He's just giving us a place to do it.
Cool. That sounds good. Yeah. So you guys have got some stuff out on social media at the moment, haven't you? Or sorry, not Instagram. Yeah. On the streaming stuff, you know what I mean. The streaming stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We've got all the things. Which came out
in February.
And then we've got a new one coming out on the 18th.
18th, yeah, so 18th. Next Saturday.
Yeah, and that's the thing with all the things was we put it out because it got a really good response, but we're like a punk band with a really like mellow song out, so it's like not really showing what we're about. So we're excited to get the new one out and kind of have it be a bit more actually what we're doing, sort of thing.
Great. Well, I can't wait to sort of see what you guys do, and yeah. I'd love to obviously invite you to the studio at some point as well, just to do some recording.
We'd
love to do that, mate. We saw Kitty's session a few weeks ago, and it was unbelievable. So good.
Great. Well, we got tomorrow night. There's an act called Katie Maddox. I don't know if you've.
Yeah, we played with her the first time we did Music and Words, actually.
Of course you did. Yeah, I remember now. So yeah, so she's going to be on the sort of stream tomorrow, but we'll definitely think about getting you guys in at some point. But yeah. Play some tunes for us. I'll shut up and let you play.
Right,
so
this is Molly, and this is the new one that's coming out on the 18th.
Can I just ask you guys to check one sec before you go? It's just the original sound. I'm not sure if it's have you got it all selected on and stuff on the.
Is it meant to be turned on?
Turned on, yeah. So it will say turn off original sound if it's on. If that makes sense.
Yeah, now got it so it says turn off original sound.
Yeah, that'd be better. Yeah, that will save the headache of me asking you to do it after playing the song. So yeah, go for it, guys. Cool.
Yeah, it's Molly.
Whenever you're ready.
Dark days and darker nights, miss the times that you held me tight. All the times your bed was empty without me at night. You can leave right now, 'cause I don't wanna fight. You made me wanna rip my hair out. You made me wanna scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing matters. And you fill me with doubt. Day you left still runs through my mind. But you can't empathize your fall inside. All the times my bed was empty without you at night. Don't ask me to leave, 'cause I'm ready to fight. You made me wanna rip my hair out. You made me wanna scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing matters. And you fill me with doubt. I wasted my time keeping you on my side. So this is the last time that I question my mind. You made me wanna rip my hair out. Nothing matters anymore. You never learned a single thing you said. You don't know how hard I cried again and again to get you off my mind. You made me want to tear out. You made me wanna scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing mattered. And you fill me with doubt. You made me wanna rip my hair out. You made me wanna scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing mattered. And you fill me with doubt. You made me wanna rip my hair out. You made me wanna scream and shout. You made me feel like nothing mattered. And you fill me with doubt. I wasted my time keeping you on my side. So this is the last time that I question my mind. You made me wanna rip my hair out.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
What a great tune. Yeah, that's. I don't think I've heard that song before. Is that a new one? Or
That's the new one that's coming out on the 18th. Yeah.
awesome, great. Yeah, I'm familiar with some of the other stuff you guys do, but yeah, that's really nice track. So I bet that sounds great with a full band as well. So
Oh, it's something else. We're so
I think it's like out of this world.
we're
It's
so
genuinely.
happy with it. Like we could not be more happy with it.
I probably listen to it on repeat like
Yeah.
at least 10 times a day.
Not to toot our own horn, but we're fucking great, you know.
brilliant, great. Well,
Yeah,
carry on. Give us another tune. Yeah.
yeah, this is an older one. This is one of the first ones we ever wrote together after you joined the band.
Yeah.
Probably the first one we ever wrote together after you joined the band.
Yeah, and then we wrote it here.
And at David.
And yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's called IOD, and it's just about being a fucking idiot.
I feel it coming from me, creeping closer through the debris. And such thing as win or lose. It's not something that I choose, so it's not sideways anymore. Wake up late and I can't see straight. Nothing matters to me but the moment I've chosen more self-destruction. More self-destruction. I can't be trusted, I'm a danger to myself. I can't find an excuse. You're right. Good now, nothing left to talk about, it's just no use. Feeling defeated so easily. I'm burning up now and I can't breathe. I'm that heavy, I can't sleep for my own sake. I'm on self-destruction till I find an escape. No such thing as win or lose. It's not something I choose, so it's not sideways anymore. Wake up late and I can't see straight. Nothing matters to me but the moment I've chosen more self-destruction. More self-destruction. Self-destruction. Such thing as win or lose. It's not something that I choose, so it's not sideways anymore. Wake up late and I can't see straight. Nothing matters to me but the moment I've chosen more self-destruction. More self-destruction. More self-destruction. More self-destruction. More self-destruction.
Excellent stuff. Well done, guys. Again, I can't wait to see your band live. Seriously, like, I mean, I know I like hearing you acoustic, but it's just not the same as having it being like, you know, sort of.
It's nowhere near the
That
same.
song, when it gets the whole band behind it, is like
That, yeah.
wicked.
It's the same. It's same with like Psycho Head, where
Yeah.
it's a completely different sound with
There's
full band.
songs we can't even like really do acoustic because it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not the same. It just doesn't do it justice. So.
Well, I mean, it's a real shame because I think in Windsor there's a lack of sort of venues where you can play really loud stuff. And I remember
Yeah.
they used to be when I was growing up, the fire station or the arts centre at the time were a bit more open to sort of having rock bands, especially like youth bands and stuff like that. But it doesn't seem to happen much
Yeah.
anymore around the town. So just need to.
We were talking about doing a show with one of our friends' bands at the fire station just before lockdown.
Yeah.
They had an EP coming out, but then obviously lockdown hit and we were just stuck because we were going to be playing Hope as well, obviously, like, but obviously just us.
Of course, yeah. I mean, Mark's great. I mean, he gets a bit of noise complaints from time to time with the old the bands, but I know he's really trying to push for the live music stuff. So yeah, it would have been great to see you guys in there.
Which is why we're even more grateful that they're pushing trying to have us on.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're really.
If you guys in the comments, if you got any venue recommendations for Kodama to play when they're back on the road, then please post them up. I know that there's the Acoustic Couch in Bracknell, which is supposed to be pretty good for bands. I think that's run by the Graham Steele Music Company. But it's got a proper stage and monitor and all that, and they're sort of open for bands and stuff down there. But that's the only place I could think of off the top of my head. But yeah, anyone got any recommendations?
I think the old ticket hall as well might do.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That is that's particularly an interesting venue when you get a loud band in there, because I used to promote in there when I was like just come out of university, and the drums just disappear all the way up into the ceiling, and you can't get any clarity in that room whatsoever. So yeah, good luck with that one.
I'm still gutted
Yeah.
The Haymill's gone, because that's where I met you, Matt, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah, we were doing youth bands at the Haymill in Slough. So yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cover now. I'll let you tell the story.
Please do. Yeah.
So I remember I did this cover for the very first time for Michael, really, on the Universe with Pete. And I sort of add a little different sound, so it just doesn't sound the same. It's like my own sort of hyped up version. And every time I say, "Oh, Michael, what cover should I do?" He's like, "Do this one. You have to do this one."
It's just she just kills it every time she does it. So now, when we realised we were going to be doing Kodama together again, we were like, I was like, right, I want to do that one because it's just fucking sick. It's just so good. So yeah, it's more about Jamaica. It's going to show off.
Not showing off.
No, that's not wrong. Oh no.
Is it Moira?
Why is this? What is wrong with this couple? Every time we do a fucking show.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Well done, guys. Well done. That was ace.
Thank you.
I mean,
we never rehearsed it, and then the first time we played it together, we smashed it, and then sometimes it just sucked.
do you play that as a full band as well?
Oh,
it came up, didn't it?
yeah, we were thinking about mentioning it.
Yeah, Zach's looking at us now like this is news to me, but we're like, yeah, yeah, that's definitely what we're thinking about.
Yeah,
for sure.
it would bang. It would bang.
It would definitely would with yeah some loud drums and guitars and things. So yeah, great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys got time for one more if you want. It's up to you. I mean, I know we're probably already at 15 minutes, but
we've got a final big feely banger that everyone seems to like. So, yeah, this is already out on Spotify, so anyone watching, go and have a look at it.
Cool.
This is all I need to say.
Can you come over? We can talk about the world. We can finally agree on who we want to be. After all this time, I think I changed my mind. It hurts to say, but I know we're not the same. Maybe it's better off this way. Living a dream separately, far from who we used to be, but I still miss you. Of empty beds don't sleep the same. No least without a touch to trace your name. The same bed that you've done for, with a half-hearted attempt to even out an old familiar song. Maybe it's better off this way. Living the dream separately, far from who we used to be, but I still miss you. It's killing me, I've got to stay away. 'Cause all the things I wanted you to say are all too dear a price to pay. I'm begging you to please stay with you till my dying day. Maybe it's better off this way. Living the dream separately, far from who we used to be, but I still miss you. It's killing me, I've got to stay away. 'Cause all the things I wanted you to say were all too dear a price to pay. I'm begging you to leave me astray. I'll stay with you till my dying day.
absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I remember the first time I heard that track, you played it at Music and Words through a recording that you had Michael on the phone, and it was just so haunting because it was like obviously just a voice note, but in a really nice way, like, you know, it's just it's just really beautiful song, and it always just sticks out. That moment just always reminds me of that. So yeah, thanks so much for sharing that, guys. It's yeah, it's great. So, yeah. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, and I can't wait to having you in a real venue somewhere. Yeah, so we can actually say hi and do the sort of social distance weird kind of like elbow thing, you know. But yeah. But yeah, yeah, cheers guys, and you look after yourselves, and look forward to seeing all your new releases and all that stuff when it's all out. So take care. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was KODAMA, everybody. Okay, I'm just going to put them in the waiting room. I'll say hi to a few people because I've been neglecting you all. So, hello, Karen. Hello, Peter Cox. Matt Curtis. Hello. Hi, Fee. My cousin Fee's online, which is brilliant. Hi, Ben. And yeah, hi, Andrew. So, and Efrazini, and Tara Dean's online, and I believe Ginny is as well. So yeah, we've got the old music and words sort of regular attendees there, which is brilliant. Yeah, these sessions are being sponsored by the Arts Council at the moment, which is really good. They managed to support us on behalf of Fiery Things, who sourced the funding, who I rent the studios from, which is pretty amazing. So we get a producer's fee for doing these shows now. However, your donations would still be very, very helpful, because it's only sort of a fraction of the money that we potentially might pay the artists and things like that. So please do pay the PayPal, which is paypal.me/minustone, and I divvy it out between the artists and the producer. Well, the artist being the featured act, which is Anyway the God tonight. And I was giving it to the pub, but now they're reopen. I think I'm still going to support them anyway, because that's where we normally host the events. But yeah, please support, guys, if you can. And yeah, we've got the amazing Tara Dean up next. But before we do that, I'm just going to put on a quick video. So we're running slightly behind schedule. Matthew One Man, who is you guys are very familiar with Matthew One Man, that you come regularly. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday to Matthew One Man. But also he sent me a video he wants me to show you, which is some artwork that which he did for a poet called Richard Tyner, who is often on the stream and always performs. He's having a bit of a tough time at the moment, but he is an absolutely incredible gentleman. In fact, they both are just incredible gentlemen. So I'm going to just play this poem. So I believe Matthew made just a short video with his artwork in the background and Richard Tyner's poem underneath. So I'm going to broadcast it out for you guys now. Okay.
Turn off the nightmare. Turn back on my dream. Come away with me to where you are well again. We were meant to be, simply just you and me. It was not as planned. God holds your other hand. I know you are scared. We lived always as a pair. On reaching the parting, heartbroken by departing. No more sadness, my dear. I walk the trail of tears. Though I follow on behind, I will catch you up in time. There's nothing more to say, just live life day by day. When you depart and go away, I will kneel in church and pray. From the first day to the last, how quickly they all passed. Given a chance to do again, I would, you know, again and again. Amen.
Absolutely incredible. Say my connection's unstable. If I am not live, please let me know, guys. I don't see why it would be. Anyway, Pete Cox calls him Mr. Feels, and you can probably see why. He's actually just an incredible poet, and just tells sort of things. Well, he tells his sort of his story of things in such a poetic and beautiful way. I still remember the poem that he wrote about our trip out to the beach. It was great, and we had him in the sea, even though we couldn't swim. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, do support Richard and Matthew One Man. Okay, I'm going to call in Tara Dean and see if she's doing okay. So bear me a second, guys. Right. Okay, we're joining. Tara, can you hear me?
I can, yes. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yep. I'm just gonna let everyone
Amazing.
see you.
I'll just exit the video so there's no feedback. There we go.
Well done. Yep. Good.
Been
Good shout.
watching along. Everyone's been fantastic so far. It's been It's just been great.
Well, thanks for joining. And yeah, I mean, Tara invited me to perform on her fundraiser for the hospice, Thames Valley Hospice. How much did you guys raise for that in the end? You did really well, didn't you? So
raised £1,100.
that's absolutely incredible. So and yeah, Tara was sort of doing all the hosting duties, did a beautiful job. And you pulled in
thank you very much.
lots of amazing acts from the Off the Tap, right? So
yeah, definitely. Well, a lot of people have played it Off the Tap. I've just realized I forgot to turn my light on. I've realized how dark my room is. Yeah, a lot of people have played it Off the Tap, but what was cool is that we had loads of people that hadn't as well. So it was so collaborative, and some people hadn't performed before. It was their first time, and it was great. We had technical issues like every festival would, even if it's face to face, but we got through it. It was really good, and it was so good to have yourself involved, and it was just so nice to work with so many musicians from around the surrounding areas. It was fantastic.
Brilliant. Well, and yeah, it was just great. Yeah, amazing to see it, and all the other guys that I think was Pete Cox was on there as well, wasn't he? So I remember seeing a video of him.
We had a couple
yeah.
Some Pete Cox.
Yeah, so
yeah, it was fantastic to have poetry weaved in there as well. We had magic as well, and it was just a really good evening. Actually, I know obviously I'm biased, but but my mum just come to turn the light on. Yay, we can see now.
Great.
No, but it was a really good collaborative evening, and I think it is really important to remember kind of what life was like before we were all locked away in our little towers. And I think it's very important to kind of keep that spirit up, because you can easily stop collaborating. You can easily lose your contacts, and then actually when you go to do it, you think, oh no, like I don't know. It's really tricky to kind of run events in lockdown, but they've been so welcomed by so many people, and it's just been fantastic. Like yourself running this is just amazing. There's so many online open mic nights. There's all run in different ways, and they're all so quirky, and it's fantastic. And well done to yourself for doing this amazing event and being able to put it on live. It is my favorite event to do. Your musical nerds event. So
we always love having you.
Thank you very much for having me online.
Yeah, that's all good. I mean, you've been I think in the past you were a featured act at one point, weren't you, for the Fringe? I believe it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've been at numerous shows, including the first ever one we did. I remember.
Yeah, that was so much fun. I'm so honoured to have that as like one of my gigs, the first ever Music and Words. Now it's like number 52, and it's
crazy,
incredible.
Isn't it?
It's just fantastic. And I think what's really good about your events is that you're always finding someone new. You don't always have the same people performing. You always find somebody new, and that's just this really, really inspiring to come to your events and not always see the same people. It's fantastic.
I mean, they tend to find me, to be fair, but you know, it's a good compliment anyway. So you know,
you're giving people a stage that they wouldn't normally get, especially because your events are so supportive and people listen. That's why myself and I know a few of my friends enjoy playing your events, because people actually listen, whereas other places don't listen. So it's really, really nice to have a venue like the Hope and like other places in Windsor where people actually listen to music, and I think it's important to keep that up.
Great. Well, I mean, the good thing about everything being online is that everybody listens, right? If you're watching and you're going to be listening, you're not going to be chatting away. So you know, that's one good thing. But yeah, I mean, give us some tunes in, Tara. So take it away, mate.
Cool. So thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm going to be playing 3 songs for you. That's around 15 minutes. The first song everybody's heard before. I played at the Hope many a time. And there is a little sing-along bit. So if you guys know it, please do sing along. So I'm going to start off slow, and then I'm going to be singing 2 songs that I've written quite recently. This is called Keep Smiling, and I hope you enjoy it. Walking down the street with the wind in my hair. Shoulders back, neck up, nose in the air. Nose in the air. I told my troubles to exchange today. This was what is what he said. What he said. You gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling. You gotta keep smiling. Don't let it get in your way. You gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling. You gotta keep smiling. Don't let it ruin your day today. I told him the place I've been, things I've felt, and what I've seen. What I've seen. It's funny how just 2 words make me see a different world. Different world. You gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling. You gotta keep smiling. Don't let it get in your way. You gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling. You gotta keep smiling. Don't let it ruin your day. Oh. Count your blessings and not your foes. And you've been through, let it go. It's in the past now, just move on. Count your blessings and not your foes. Whatever you've been through, let it go. It's in the past now, just move on. You gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling. You gotta keep smiling. Don't let it get in your way. You gotta keep smiling. Keep smiling. You gotta keep smiling. Don't let it ruin your day today. Oh, today. Oh, keep smiling.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
I remember that song very well, actually. So, and it's quite nice at the Hope, because when you get people singing, it's a really nice, intimate sort of like atmosphere, and people are pretty shy at the beginning. They start like,
Yeah,
sort of
definitely. I
hyping
always
up,
say,
so.
is there any singers in the audience? And everybody's like, and even the singers are just like, no. But yeah, once everybody gets kind of, I think last time I had harmonies going on in the audience. It was fantastic.
That's what you want. Yeah, that's the
yeah,
performer's
definitely.
dream. So, like.
Exactly. It's just, you always get amazing crowds at your audience, your events. It's just fantastic. So the next song I'm going to perform is a brand new song that only my mum and my other half have heard. This is kind of about being in lockdown, as a lot of original songs are going to be about. But I'm a very positive person, so it's a positive lockdown song. And yeah, I hope you like it. It's very cheesy, just like me, and all my songs. And yeah, I had so much fun writing this, and I hope this gets stuck in your head. You know, we're the lucky ones, the ones who make it through. Our lines on the streets connect us, so that's enough for me and you. We are the lucky ones, the ones who stay up late, playing games, just actions, no words. And I know we'll get through, 'cause we'll do it together. I don't know what my life would be without you. And even though we're apart, I know we will meet again soon, 'cause you're in my heart. We are the lucky ones. We are the lucky ones. You know, we're the lucky ones. I know that we'll get through weeks apart and we're just fine. Well, that's me and you. We are the lucky ones. The ones who understand to be hand in hand. And I know we'll get through, 'cause we'll do it together. I don't know what my life would be without you. And even though we're apart, I know we will meet again soon, 'cause you're in my heart. We are the lucky ones. We are the lucky ones. And I know we'll get through, 'cause we'll do it together. I don't know what my life would be without you. And even though we're apart, I know we will meet again soon, 'cause you're in my heart. We are the lucky ones. We are the lucky ones. That's
Yeah.
a very quick, cheesy song.
That was great. It wasn't too cheesy at all. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah, I mean, I think I always admire your sort of like your style and how you sort of go about doing your
thank
thing. You
you.
know, you just sort of be yourself, and it's great. And I think that's why I always encourage at any music and words club or performer, like, you know, it might, whatever it is to my taste or whatever, it doesn't matter. Just be you and just do what you do, and I think that's what makes you shine. So, you know, well done to you. So
Oh, thank you so much. Like, when I was younger and I was do like radio, I was doing a lot more music when I was a lot younger, and I was always on the radio and magazines and stuff. And I always used to describe my music as cheesy. And then two years down the line, I was like, actually, it's turned into mature cheddar. So it's like cheesy, but I've grown up a little bit. So when anybody asks me what kind of music I do, I'm like, mature cheddar. It sometimes gets odd looks, but yeah, it completely describes, I think, what I do. I think it's cheesy, but with a little bit of maturity.
Brilliant.
So yeah, definitely me, like all round.
We'll keep going and look forward to extra mature cheddar. So
Yeah, it'll be vintage at some point. But yeah, that's why I like playing your events, because it's literally like, go in, be you. That's amazing. It's just so good to see so many people in one room and in one stream just being themselves, and I think it's really cool. So this is, I guess, my last song, and this is a song I wrote about, I think it was in October, September last year. I played at a really cool gig for one of my friends. It was for the Kevin Cruz Foundation, and I wrote it after going to this event because I was so inspired of being in a room with loads of strangers and just dancing on the dance floor to the band was called Frisco Jacks, who are a fantastic function band, and they were just playing banger after banger after banger, and no matter what was happening outside of that dance floor, we were having an amazing time, and I wanted to try and capture that in a song. And I just think that it's also a song about it's okay to struggle, and if you're not okay, that's okay as well. Just sometimes getting on your dancing shoes and going on a dance floor and just waving your hands in the air for no reason, it really, really helps. I'm going to stop babbling. This is Stick Together, and I hope you enjoy it. When I try to look at everything around me logically, and I tell you it's not easy. You think that I got all this figured out and that I'm sane and very stable. Well, you're wrong. I got a mind like everyone else. I struggle sometimes, but it's alright if you do. We've all got to stick together, hand in hand. Stick together, Make amends, so we'll sing and dance all night. Making memories together, hand in hand, just stick with me. Just stick with me. I listen to everybody's troubles, but I never take my own advice. You need to treasure every moment, every minute that you got. Take some time out to just be you. I dynamite like everyone else. I struggle sometimes, but it's alright if you do. We've all got to stick together, hand in hand, stick together, make amends, and we'll sing and dance all night, making memories together, hand in hand, just stick with me, just stick with me. We've all got to stay together, hand in hand, stay together, make amends, and we'll sing and dance all night, making memories together, hand in hand, just stick with me.
Beautiful, Tara. That was absolutely incredible. So
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me on your Music and Words event. I've really enjoyed myself.
great. Well, we've enjoyed having you. So I think your singing teacher's here as well, isn't it? Or a music teacher, Karen. She's on the stream. So
Yeah, Miss McCabe. I know I'm supposed to call her by her first name, but it's so weird calling a teacher by their first name. It's like when you're at school, you're like, teachers don't have first names.
Well, actually, Karen's
But
going to be
yeah,
on. She's going to be on the stream next week. So she said she's finally got an original set together. So she's actually going to.
amazing, amazing. Well, I'll definitely tune in because, yeah, my music teachers are definitely to blame for this now. So they inspired me, Miss McCabe, Mrs. Clarkson. They were the reason I stayed at my secondary school and didn't leave. So literally, they were absolutely fantastic and so supportive. So big up to them.
Well, thank you so much again, Tara, for joining us. It's been absolutely wonderful. So yeah, hope to see you again soon. So
Yeah, I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much.
take care. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was Tara Deane, everybody. Do check out her open mics when they're back in the real world at the Off Tap. Now we're allowed to outsource concerts. I'm not sure quite exactly what's going to happen with that. Whether we're going to be able to start running gigs outside pubs or whether we're going to have to find venues that are just, not pubs. I don't know. So we need to look into the restrictions, but hopefully that'd be lovely to start actually playing again to people. So yeah, great. Our next act up is Jordana Blake. And I'm just going to get up on the stream. So I think we're running slightly over schedule, but it's all good. Let's see if she can hear me. Jordana.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can indeed. Yeah, I was going to get you on the screen in a second.
Amazing. I just realised I haven't plugged my laptop charger in, so.
Okay, no worries. You can crack on. It's all good. Okay. So Jordana's from High Wycombe, and she got in contact with me through. I think she might have heard about the night through. Was it Amrit Sons? You said. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Amrit's. I think he's still working during lockdown. I spoke to him the other day. But yeah, he's he would normally sort of play some really cool, amazing guitar, quite trippy guitar stuff in the Music and Words Club. So yeah, it's been great that he's connected us together somehow. So but yeah. So where are you at the moment? Are you still in High Wycombe? Do you say?
So yeah, I'm based in Wickham. I'm currently streaming from my bedroom. It's weird because I think I've done. I think this might be my 4th stream that I've done so far, and I've got no issue with singing to a group of people, but for some reason there's something so daunting about singing to a MacBook.
Don't worry, I'm completely with you on that. I've done a few sort of streams myself, and it's yeah, even this is weird. I know I'm talking to you, but then talking to these guys over here, and there's a little bit of a delay, so they'll comment like maybe a a minute or two after I've said something. So it's like, oh, you know. But anyway, it's interesting. So we're getting used to it, I think. So, but yeah, it's been really nice to have you here, and yeah, just going straight in with a song. We can chat a bit later.
Cool.
So yeah.
Well, thanks so much for having me. I've been really enjoying following all the other acts as well, and I think they've all been incredible. So thank you so much for letting me take part.
No worries. Thanks for joining us.
So I was thinking I was going to do like 3 originals, if that's okay.
That's brilliant. Perfect. Yeah, please do.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is a song called "Smells Like Spring." Reflections in the acid house, burn holes in my lung. Self-portrait, memories when I lay closer. Tried so hard, you can't stay. It smells like spring today. Watch your step on your way. It smells like spring today. The water is dark, and the lights are low. Teach my heart to still and hold. Lay your hand down, 'cause I don't even know how this feels. Reflections in the acid house, red holes in your love. Self-portrait memories when your life blows up. I'm no fool, how could you say it smells like spring today? Watch your step on your way, it smells like spring today. The water is dark, yeah, the lights are low. Teach my heart to be still and lay your hand down, 'cause I don't know how we got this far.
Yeah, that was absolutely gorgeous. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, and I'm not the only one who noticed the tapestry in the background. Pete Cox is a regular performer, just commented on how lovely it is. So yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you guys like it. I thought it'd be a bit more interesting, you know, than a white wall.
But yeah, that was brilliant. So nice to hear you sing. So you know, it's always interesting back and forth emails, and you see people's online stuff. But you know, this is as close as live as we're going to get until we start doing the outdoor concerts again. But you know, yeah, it's great. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, hashtag new normal.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's really great. Thanks for having me.
No worries.
So I'm going to do another original song now. This is a song called Clapham South to Stockwell, and it's not a gang thing. It's about being on a train, and it's about how the most beautiful interactions with people are sometimes the most fleeting ones. So to the guy that I was lost on the train with, totally pissed up, Julian, if you're watching this, here's to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks
great.
so much. I appreciate it.
So I guess this is probably weirder because rather than you playing to like your laptop screen, you're playing to me, and then I'm clapping to you. So it's like one man audience. But...
I'm not sure which one's weirder.
Exactly. I just thought of someone actually else from High Wycombe that does the music and word stuff. Was Nick Byrne. Do you know him? He's up in High Wycombe. So,
no, I can't say I've met him.
No, I think you guys would get on. So he's a really great performer too. And yeah, but look him up.
I think I've seen that. I think he was a guest before on one of your streams.
Yeah, he's come down to Windsor a few times. He's been a guest on here as well. But he's he's from your area. So do check him out. So in the real world, I'm sure there'd be a show where you guys would sort of play really nice sort of sets together, and it'd be really cool. So
amazing.
Yeah, but
Nick Byrne, if you're watching this, get in touch.
There we go. So right, I won't disturb you anymore. I'll let you do your final song.
This is my final song of the evening, so thank you very much for having me, and congrats to all the other guests. You all sounded amazing. So this is my last song. This is a song that I wrote about a book that I read called Elemental Passions by Lucy Irigaray, and it's a really beautiful book, and so I really recommend checking it out if you've got nothing to do.
Haven't said a word in hours now. You're spent in the exchange. Burdens of your memories shut in. Faces in the portals are laughing back at you. Kneel at the altar to yourself and me. Stray me, let me go, 'cause my mind is escaping. Remind me of what I've done as I fly around. You don't care what people say, you never try to hide. When I hear them whispering, I just want to. To you, it's all a game, a carnatic exchange, and I stay inside. Remind me what I've done as I fly around. Haven't said a word in hours now. You're spent in the exchange. Burdens of your memories all shut in.
That was beautiful. Really, really lovely. Such a nice, diverse stuff you got there, which is, absolutely gorgeous. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If you like what I've heard, if you like what you've heard, feel free to check out my SoundCloud. I haven't quite made it to Spotify yet, but hopefully when my EP's finished, that's where I'll be. But at the moment, I am on SoundCloud. So
if you go back
my
on
name's
the
Jordana Blake Music, and I dare you to spell it right.
go back on the comments and just punch that in there, so people, because you've got quite a lot of people who are like really loving your music. So Pete Cott says that was beautiful, and Richard Tynes says I like this a lot. So you got lots of love there. So please
thanks for the
post
love.
it up there so people can find it. So
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for watching me.
No, and thank you so much for joining us. It's been really great. So cheers. And
cheers. Thanks so much.
Yeah, we'll take care. We'll catch up soon. Okay. Bye.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Right, that was Jordana Blake, everybody. Please do find her on the social media stuff, and listen to her SoundCloud. I'm sure she'll be very grateful. I don't think the internet does it all much justice, so please do check out her original stuff online. So Okay, so it's now time for our featured act, and this is something I started doing last session, was getting artists in the studio to record, because the lockdown measures started reducing. So yeah, I thought it would be a nice sort of time to sort of start encouraging people to come here and record stuff. So we had Anyway the God in the studio. I was going to get him on the chat, but he doesn't seem to be there at the moment. So I'm just going to play his video, and then hopefully he pops up at some point and we can have a little chat about it later on. But for those of you guys that don't know Anyway the God, he's been an absolute diamond in terms of how he supports the Music and Words Club. He's hosted quite a few sessions when I've been away. He's kind of there most sessions, rocking up, usually quite late, but that's just Anyway the God. He rocked up about an hour and a half late for the recording sessions day, which put me in a bit of a sort of a last minute trying to get things all together. I was literally editing his video about 5 minutes before the show started, so there we go. But yeah, he's absolutely amazing person. Really puts a lot into all the things he does. He does a hell of a lot of things. Music's just one part of it. And yeah, just quite an inspirational character. We're also co-collaborators on Beetroot's project. So yeah, here's his set, and we've filmed this today in the studio. And the way I decided to sort of do these things is there's no second takes. It's one take, 25 minutes, just like in a live performance. You make a mistake, doesn't matter, just keep going. And I want to keep it as true to a live performance as we possibly can. So this is me and Anyway in the studio earlier on. So bear me a second, just going to get this video up. Okay, quick time is loading. Okay, and this is Anyway the God, the featured act for tonight. Enjoy.
Hi, so I go by the name of Anyway the God, here today to perform a few songs for you on Music and Words, part of the Music and Words team. Big ups and respects to you all, right, especially for putting this on and giving me another opportunity to be able to do this. Yeah, it's gonna be a trial run. Let's go. Give it the God push. Hardwired my hair bristles, the God bush. Divinity in my deity traits, the Kush. Wriggle the spirit and aura, I draw a queen with the firm tush. We go on stush, yo, sip on the man, look. The best read ever found to find a profound book. Ha, and can cook. Yeah, look for ambush. I am a climber for rise up, tie up my candles. Ain't no time wasting time, chat bag of damn pop. Go body good, took space to strengthen, move straight, real key, crook, pussy, she'll shake the foundation, drugs dancing to zook. No key is mush, hook in the waist, try enter my space, open to yours, look at my face. Ha, get lost in my gaze, these features stay. I've been through a great deal, and some trace a man that can fix his own play. I know one won't wait, it's for my soul's sake, infinite holding no days. Ha. Say what you say, what you say. Say what you feel, what you feel. Say what you say, what you say. What you feel, what you feel. What you say, what you say. What you feel, what you feel. Ask the question, answer who father you. God is my father, no dada, no mada. What we are making do. Come on, see women that helped me further and gave me room. Had many mothers, there were no brothers to get me through dealing with all these issues. Just village dudes. Son of Osiris, young English bastard, did pick and choose. A son unique in the heat on earth, I felt like a moon. Found family through God and people. The red is you, son, and the sun direction is up. F being confused. Enter the unknown with eyes suppressed to reveal the truth and who it appeals to. God was appealing, I'm kneeling inside, I'm screaming for meaning. Beseech to make it through, was pining for my mother. Only Allah will do true. Closer to God, reading. Space got some feeling in yeah. Ha. Say what you say, what you say. What you feel, what you feel. Ha. What you say, what you say. What you feel, what you feel. What you say, what you say. Feel what you feel. Nomadic trails. Anyway. Yeah. Warming up. Yeah. So, I'm doing these because my laptop crashed. The songs I plan to do for you all, I don't have access to at the moment. So I'm just running with what I have access to. That's the first one. So the next one, what's the next one called again? Okay. Right, so this one, this one's out there. So this one's called Don't Be My Enemy. It's over another beat, but this one's called Don't Be My Enemy. Let's get into it. Ask the question, do you love me? Easy for you to say, my love has no limit. Towards you I limit, showed actions in giving. My ears yours to listen, since far in the distance. You tried to coax me, can't love or hoax me. You were fraud, right from the start. Open my heart, you spat the darts. Poison from cardiac arrest, I look to God. Surgeon above, operated in love to survive. Lessons in love, just when I was to love again. Now you thinking this special wind beneath my wings. Pick me up and lift me to nosedive. Thank God weren't too high. I checked the altitude, fakeness and altitude. Nothing about this truth, except the lessons. Maybe some new positions, pulled on my halo. I went above the rim. I don't do gambling, was risky to the brim. I went out on a limb, but risk is poetry. I came back with a limb. I even shared my sins with you to show where needed bettering. Both of us mirroring. You used for battering. My spirit shattered gin. Nearly unleashed my countenance, now is wavering. Flint the fire in me. I cannot trust a thing. Always in questioning, you open up, they bust you in. God strong. Such wicked attempts, I'm used to weathering. As long as I'm with him, thank God for my pain in the past, so this can put up with. I know God saw, and where I'm wrong, accept the punishment, ain't judging shit. Witness the I focused on, cause blood to the blind, I miss. You're plotting in your calculation, if my love too big to fit in your thinking. Allah's my king, the best in scheme, proceed to place the thing that beats within me. I will find my own. You'll help me build my own. Where I am trying to go, you cannot bring me. God's not your pilot. He's who I fly with. He keep my sky lit. Heaven I'll find it. Mal occupies your space. You seek my devil. I don't align with. Better snakes. Medusa's head is shape of sculpture. Caught in your gaze. Turn into statue place. Not my environment. I am no toy to play. Or ornament for games. Best find another A. Try feeding righteous. Earth exalted relay. Pray for change. Let's find another A. I love you from afar. As long as I see God. It's God that you I love. Don't be my enemy. Don't be my enemy. Don't be my enemy. Don't be my enemy. Please love yourself, okay? Don't be my enemy. Ha, don't be my enemy. Don't be my love. Don't be my enemy. Ha, don't not be my element.
There's a lonely distance.
Yeah. Ha. Yeah. Rusty. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. This is good. Coming back from this whole COVID-19 as things slowly get back into normality. I mean, this is good. This is good practice for me. So you all get to witness me, all flaws and all. So yeah, the next one is... Okay, this one I'm just gonna vibe out to. So yeah. All right. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. God's presence, this what you all get. Not a rejoiceful time here to destroy shit. You worked your 6, devil rest on the 7th. Feet a couple Jacobs, what 12s turning my brethrens. Letting us go, pharaohs reaching for weapons. Got whips cracking when lips snapping, just want respect him. Man, your time's up, ain't in no lineup. Taking my energy back to make a blessing. When it comes time to leave, repress the stressing. Matters that's pressing oppression, I'm addressing. Things were too far gone wide, but God had to step in. The path that he resting is right where I left him. All our hearts cave your chest in. May the best win. I know who the best is. Sun, moon, and stars is the flag that I'm repping. See, I rock with the law out while God is the best thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. It's all love though. Yeah, it's a little interval. Yeah. It's like a jam session right now. So yeah, I got lots of music and stuff out there. Any of you want to check it out? All type of stuff. I do everything. Kind of limiting myself to what I have access to right now, so I don't get to show you a plethora of other things that I'm a bit into. But enjoy it nonetheless. Next one. Okay. All right. Anyway, this is yeah. Soon as I step in the booth, shout out the deuce loose. That's peace to the gods, offspring and all of the new fruit. Soon to be ripe, heirlooms to universal love loops. God troopers of love, suits to the club, love proof. We make our own fortune. Super above, wings of a dove, no grey goose, no external influence, but lips loose or rotations a hit, no alcohol, just juice. In for the kiss. Mentally buzzing the fix, spirits in sync fuse. What's in my view, misusing, I wouldn't think to. Stars, planets in eye, galaxy high, I've been through. Spark up and plug, lightning, rod, scream, Jesus. Take and import these facts to use. What other options there to choose? One life we have, what's there to lose? When are we gonna embrace the truth? Try and live this life in full. Let's try and live this life in full. Let's try and live this life in full. On a righteous pursuit for love's longevity. Experience the high vibration the God's sending me. Vessel, a stencil of God that's divine fashionably. On time, never cross the mind. See peace of mind for peace of mind. We piece together, see eye and eye. When eyes drop one eye, we some cyclops. Freaking our nature, hands fill the earth till the earth speaks. Sowing them seeds. Approach right and respectfully. The best investment I'm best in seed. Of good righteous harvest we reap. For benefits whole, the worst is obsolete. Foundations got to be strong. I push delete on unnecessary things that focus, I don't repeat. The best part's what I focus on. Cause when I look at you, woman, I only see God. The energy, apply dignified potential wife to help me meet. Bridge me in peak, aiding to aim and reach in person. I make the speech hard. Put these facts to use. What other options there to choose? Brace the live this life in full. Let's try and live this life in full. Let's try and live this life in full. Let's try and live this life in full. Take on and put these facts to use, baby. What other options there to choose? Da 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 da. Da 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 vibing out, vibing out. That's Love's Got Me High. That's out there. With my brother Joke Star, me, pick up all my musical family, doing a lot. Lots to come. All right. So the next one. What's the next one?
Remain relevant.
Remain relevant. Let me find that, because that is one song I am not entirely confident with. Oops. Remain relevant. That's what I do. I swear my phone just deletes stuff. What I will do then,
To the next one.
Yeah, what's the next one?
First shall be
last.
Yeah.
All right, that should be on here. Yep, let's do that. Living in dire straits, Messiah waits, Messiah traits. He blessed me with a learning way, applier. A slowly paced, patiently take each step today, intent on great. Make sure I make my dua, so soul is safe. To grant the grace, in God I chase. Allow my destination, place my heart in Him. Withhold the place, acquire His love and faith. I stake my claim in faith, remain. Need I explain? My position serves higher. I'm first setting. I make it plain. With God ain't playing. I'm anyway. By any means, gin fire flames, embrace the pain for progression, learn lessons, taking closer steps toward my king, connecting link, I stay in sync, designing with His will and wish, aspire, help fulfillment, for blessings lucrative, where I lack in knowledge, intuitive, in tune with Him, guiding my spirit, place belief within, leaders are secretive, withholding info, take advantages, loud followers rely on their narrative. Beware of the lull of a sleeping God. Cause sleep ride the rhythm from when they snore. Most of these leaders really are frauds. Those presently leading will become lost. will become lost. The head becomes this tower built to fail, just left the trail of death, decaying, mind sustaining liars, unhealthy ways. I must escape. First discipline, engage in training, strength and gaining armor, raise my flame, ablaze the fire, control my rage, blood boiling, veins keep calm, maintaining, be insane, wisdom retain, applying prayer, the science keeps me wired for focus, aim, surviving in these times where brains they target, break apart and maim, our spirit drain, they situate desires, our lust they feed, weaken and frame, disguised with face, making us faint, for molesting, for militate from sin, we do not tire, fallen saints, lost innocence and innocence, none innocent, we born in sin, we blooded in, our ancestors had priors, one perfect straight, our father sins that's passing into our living conditions, help us bring about solutions that's required, let's clean the slate by fixing it, I am the kings to separate, strap my boots, run up the troops, inspired to fight the change. Beware of the lull of a sleeping God. Ha. Or sleep by the rhythm from when they snore. Most of these leaders really are frauds. Those presently leading will become law. Ha. First shall be lost. Ha. The first shall be lost. That's that one. And the last one, I think, yeah. This one's called Heat. I'll just do this one.
I like the competition. And I can deal with any heat. I mean, I'm controlling some tough, aggressive, mean-looking animals. Now, can I tell them that they can only run in one part of the jungle?
Hell in the language talk, firing when we talk. We generating heat, best you prepare for war. In every way you taught, water to cool the rot. No ice can give you ease. What is complexion for? This is my Ramadan. Try us to test the man. Strengthen the will indeed. Say time we used to die. Create the devil for. Yo, how father is. Yo, Heat, island boy. I am a blessed guy. Kind in the cover, most women think I'm a best buy. Can't buy my mama, don't try my mama, can't test I. No eye candy jam, we strawberries that flex high. Or advertise me smoothie, crush juicy, moist booty, just high. Van Damme, he don't like the gendarme, we let him text fly and local. Arise, no warning, to step aside. Used to the heat bunks, the rats in the street is yes, I asked. Bless those patient enough. Hail from the west side. Hemisphere, rares on my right, using my left side. Don't make me target for spy. Weather be deaf skies. Blood flowing over the I captain the X-patch. Wouldn't know why. Flag couldn't to leave it. Seasons take nature's licks, no surrender, enemy just die. We take the heat and dish the heat, burn up and scorch fry. Any pussy feel say they bad, bust up the head boy. Joking shenani, abstain child. Make sauna walk flesh nice, central the best right. Blood flowing road and the gutter over your false pride. War in the waters above, look to the all-wise, all-seeing, first eye to overcome, it blinks in the skies, just will we apply, in this long fight, heat we use it to purify, and rise. Hell in the language taught, firing when we talk, we generating heat, everywhere hot, water to cool the rot, no ice can give you ease, what is complexion for? This is my Ramadan. Hey yo, create the devil for.
When it comes down, I need you as a collective.
Here to do a job.
Are you run?
Just let them do their job.
Like a solitary rabbit.
Ha. Alright. This one's called Even B. This one's out there as well. Ha. On the path of mastery, the mantras me chant traveling under frequencies, yeah. Because it's God me try to reach, so every time I talk, you find God centered in my speech, yeah. That the I receive helps me further know the visions given in my dreams, yeah. Work toward the goal I see to shape me for my destiny, yeah. No time. Hey, no time for stupidity. Suit of my development for try to make up for all the negligent self-betterment me depend. The time for focus upon irrelevant. Kick out in a tenement. Yard where me traveling, experience job lessons and its beauty in. Duty to know the globe you're living in. Don't depend upon info from wicked men, not twisted history, picket fence, no trespassing or venture into realms of let's lift ourselves for our youth. The repetition of a wrong isn't cute, becoming God's students in. Being astute, raise us upright to bearing good fruit. If we're the fathers naturally, they're gonna follow suit for the youth. Traveling under frequencies, yeah. Talk if I got centered in my speech. Helps me further know. Yeah. Work toward the goal I see, facing my difficulties to shape me for my destiny. Yeah. No time for stupidity. I don't have the time. Listen. The time for stupidity. Listen, striving to be the best I can be. Live life I tally, I don't tally. Gain quality in life, not quantity. Freedom, live responsibly. Tend to needs of what is seen. Community is what we need. Move forward in our unity. Work on selves collectively, on progress to renew. Start on an even playing field. I have my troubles too. Character build, climb up hills. Problems are waiting you. Grow strong in truth. Be godly or God comes eventually and gives the boot his view. Installed submissive to his knowledge and his wisdom embodied in my kingdom. Naturally expressed it musically. See it beautifully. Work on you. On the path of mastery, the mantras me chant traveling under frequencies. On the frequencies. Because it's God me try to reach. So every time I talk, you find God centered in my speech. The lessons that I receive helps me further know the visions given in my dreams. Work toward the goal I see, facing my difficulties to shape me for my destiny. No time for stupidity. Move from wrong, me please, and leave me be. Push through it. No time for stupidity. Move from wrong, me please, and leave me be. It's been a vibe, yeah. Yep. That's me. Thank you very much for letting me be myself. I'm gonna be that anyway, but yeah. Thank you very much, Matt. Always, man. Always a pleasure. I mean, one day I'm gonna get it right.
Okay, that was Anyway the Gods featured set there, guys. I thought he did an absolutely smashing job. And yeah, it was just so great to be in the studio with him. And it's nice to see people in the flesh, you know, all these things that you miss when you're sort of streaming into a computer, to actually work in a room with someone and communicate. It's lovely. So, but yeah, it's always a pleasure having Anyway the Gods on the show. And it's great having him in the studio environment. I think he gives a different sort of flavour to what he does at the Music and Words Club. And he's vibing through the headphones, which meant that he can hear himself all properly and stuff. But can't wait to have him back at the club when we finally get around to sort of doing the indoor shows. still thinking about ideas for the outdoor shows. If anyone knows anyone in Windsor, we could host stuff. I mean, I know the loading bay is an option, run by the amazing DEANE and Elaine. But there was I'm just thinking about any other options you guys can suggest, and I might propose some things as we go on. Okay, so our next performer is Bailey, and he's been at the Music Wares a couple of times. Absolutely incredible poet. He does lots of theatre as well. I believe he's studying that at the moment. But he's also runs these live streams, which I believe called the Drink the Ink, and they last like literally it's a marathon. I'll get him up and have a chat with about him actually, because he's I think he's available now. So let's just put them up. I think we might be a bit early, but let's see if he's around. Bailey, I know we're a bit early, mate, but you okay to jump on now?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Of course.
Great
hello,
stuff.
hello. Loving the show.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I was just talking about your streams that you do actually. Tell us a little bit more about the Drink the Ink stuff that you do. So
yeah, yeah, no, they are kind of like marathons, especially at the moment. So for those that don't know me, I'm Benny Harris Kelly. I'm firstly an actor. I'm in training. I was told I was a third year student yesterday, which was a bit like, oh my god, okay, it's happening. But yeah, just at the moment, especially in lockdown, I've kind of my side projects that I've been doing the past year. I've just been interviewing upcoming established industry talent, and for the past month and a bit, I have been doing these online charity events in where I host, interview, present for a certain amount of time, non-stop. The first one was 13 hours. The second one was 14 hours in aid of the Dash charity. And now I'm doing the same thing again. I had to do it because I love trilogies and I've been watching a lot of movies lately. So I said, right, I've got to do a third one of it. And I'm doing this one for 15 hours non-stop. I'm probably going to really struggle with this one, especially at the end. But yeah, this is in aid of the Royal Theatrical Fund and helping with the arts. And yeah, I've got some corkers coming on the show, which is really, really great. So yeah.
Well done to you, mate. I mean, can I just ask you one thing? Because I struggle going 3 hours without going to the toilet. How do you manage the 15 hours? So
oh god. Well, actually, and I've done it again stupidly, and I should have really learned after doing it twice already. But I kind of get a bit overcarried away. I send all these emails out, and I'm like, oh yeah, you can have 15 minutes, you can have 30 minutes, you can have an hour, and then I forget that I actually need to eat. I need to, obviously go to the toilet and stuff like that. But really, what I try to do in those moments is literally have someone do a performance either back to back, and I'm like, okay, quick, you can have a sing song, no one can see me, run to the toilet, get some water. I'm quite blessed because I'm not in London at the moment, just at my nan's. So now and again, my mum or my nan comes in and they top me up with food. So
that's good,
man.
By the way, I just want to point out, Pete Cox says marry me, so just so that you know there. So yeah. But no,
yes, Pete.
I know you've had Pete on a few of your live streams, haven't you? So
yeah, that's pretty well. If it wasn't, for your event, I don't think any of this might have come into play, especially like so soon, because I never really knew I was writing poetry until I got up and you gave me the opportunity. So it's like great just to be back to just see what I do slightly differently now. Because it must have been like a year ago or something that I did it.
Yeah,
like that.
It was definitely, because I remember it being a really, really hot afternoon, and it was when we had Rob Cochran in there, weren't we? And I think pretty sure half of your folks were ready to faint, because it was so boiling in that room.
Yeah, all the doors are open, everything.
Yeah, but they got by, and I remember. But you did a show, you did one with us before that, didn't you, as well? So that was the last one. So. But it's fantastic having you on the show. I mean, I won't chat too much. We could chat in between and stuff, but please just give us a piece, man. We're all sort of
okay, brilliant. Yeah, I'll do a couple of pieces.
Yeah, cool.
They're quite different to what I normally do, but why not do it now? Okay, awesome.
Please.
This one is just very, very short. Quick. I'm going to do 2 short ones and then I'll go into longer ones. This one's called Blood Flow. A lot of the poems that I do is just a stream of consciousness, and other people, well, I don't know. Let's see what you think of it. So yeah. Blood flow is the rhythm that is shown when we meet with our eyes. We may despise the guys that live through our lives, but step aside and realize nobody's going to be you. No one's going to know what's true in this life because we've got tongues of fire and hearts of ice. Being nice is nice, but what about listening to the beat of the vice that cuts wide open and helps us meet inside? Thunder, lightning, everything is true. If you have wonder, people will meet it too. Copycats, liars, wannabes and fiends, they'll get nowhere because they have no means to live, to walk, to skip, to ride. Open up your heart and give it time to listen, to hear, to be. We're going to keep on going because life's guarantee. That's the first one. And then the second one, is something that is very different to what I write. But yeah, here we go. This one's called Rose. Oh God, I'm nervous. I've never done this one before. My dear Rose, has anyone ever told you that you're not on your own? Your smile, your teeth, your cheeks make those that see you feel oh so weak, falling like a satellite storm. Radiation comes from spirit, I am assured. You are the beauty of sin. You are beyond measure, my favorite win of winning these games. If I could say something, it would be, if I may be so lucky to have you, are so wondrous, a wondrous cat. That is the phrase of the fishes in the sea. You are so undeniably the wave of the she, the woman, the figure, the curves. You are the shape of the loving word. I love you, my dearest Rose. I want to live with you away from the herd. You are this blessing in disguise. I will never ask questions and never ask why. I love you. And that's Rose. And then this one's a little bit different. And then have a picture. But this one is, how are we doing for time? Okay, we're doing. This one's called Cherry Delights. So we all have a time to die in life. Wrinkles, fingers, cherry delights. We reminisce on those that we've always taught, counting up numbers and birthdays we ought to have celebrated, checked and gained, saving moments, these moments, the moments are made. Take yourself indeed. They say sickness and health is reality. You look like a cattle we once knew. You look like the devil, the fool. Pause in these moments we have bought. You keep yourself to yourself, and then you are caught in this net, the net of the sea. You look to self, you're plastic to me. You try to keep swimming. That's all you do. You try to get up. You drown in this pool, the river, the bed, the lake. You tell these people you are this mistake. Just stop to think people last. People do get married and do get cast for the bones we have shot. Open the gates, because time is not about dwelling on this past. It's about getting up, dusting down, moving so fast, forwarding the channel, the telly of today. You want your own sequel? Start with May, June, July, birth, spring into summer, the why of church. Listen to bells, the bells of life. Live every moment like it would be night. Darkness, stars, dreams. Project the thoughts you have always mean to open, unlock, and share. People will be dicks, so just why even care of judgment, of judgment of two, judgment of race, judgment of losing out with brothers and race. People will be people. Just show your face, your glory, your flame, your spark. Fire up a furnace ready to mark with colors and steam. Set ablaze this world with your words and means of purpose. That is what you have. You have been brought to thoughts, to live, to have. And that's Cherry Delights.
That was beautiful, man. Like, all three of them pieces were just great. So I mean, you're definitely a man with words, and you deliver them just with perfect English and just perfect delivery, man. So it's just like,
cheers, man.
Yeah, it sounds great. You know, you could tell you're an actor, that's for sure. You know, I'd say that.
I hope so. But yeah, is that okay? How are we doing for time?
Mate, I mean, I've got you on early, so there's not really any sort of limit. You know, you can carry on for a bit longer, mate.
Oh, brilliant!
Good,
Well, then the next one that I've got, I actually wrote this one in response to the thing that I just did just then.
Yeah, great.
And it doesn't have a word. I'm kind of making up the words of titles because I don't actually title my
mate.
poems.
That's all good. We all make it up as we go along. So, but yeah, just do as many poems as feels right. You know, so that's all I say.
Awesome.
Cool.
Silence. That's all we know. A drop of freedom that rests upon a bow, an arrow, a scream, a cry. Hope is the way forward, but forward is denied by politicians, by differences in act. They make it look so glamorous, but glamorous is attacked with vision, with eyes in scope. They say they want progression, but look to the blokes who take charge of us all. Money establishments keeping us oh so warm with comfort with nature, with man. The rich are getting richer and the poorer are to begin again, to rest, to rot. Those who are kept silent are meant to be forgot. No, this is not a whine. People do get beat, just like Harvey Pigstein. You look to the screens of these tellies of the day. Artistry is one thing, and one thing is to play. We are pixels, a united front. We remake history as we confront demons, voices inside. Time is consummated and divinity is why we stop to think, to place our hearts, mind, spirit, and embarking, screaming from the crowds. Hold your belly and believe in yourself. Fish people, do not moan. They strike us down and make us foam bubbles in this simmering pot. Keep those marks and jump to the lot. You are the winnings of the placement that grow. Scars, indents are the maps we know. Stop and think, you are the reason why. We have the elements that keep us alive. I do fear of the gun that is grown. Something is underneath and it is not shown. Are we a subject? Are we a project? Are we? I fear the life I want the most. It is my reward, but it is also my pain. And the jury is up and have taken their gain, their pockets, their pouch. They are piling it up, and I can't check my amount because I am embarrassed of what I have become. Asking favors and none. Help yourself in times like this. To love inside is to give those a kiss. And then the next one is the green grass pavement. I think this was the first thing that I wrote in lockdown. I don't know. I kind of, just because of the stream of consciousness, and now I finally have time. I'm kind of having more time because my training's kind of finishing.
Oh, it's excellent, mate. Keep going. It's great.
But yeah, no, like these ones, I literally, when my timetable was relentless, just on this virtual world that we find ourselves in today, I literally have like a lunchtime or there's one period and there's a second period. I'm like, I've got to write something. Well, I don't have to, but there's an idea and I'm trying to write something. And this was the moment where this was literally a stream of consciousness. So let's see if this makes sense. But this is green grass pavement. So
go ahead, mate.
The green grass pavement, overlapping gaps, never knowing routes, never knowing maps. Rigorous feelings, deception in eyes. Do we move forward, or do we ask why the planet we have born and bred is stuck in this toast of firing up lead? Steel, turbines, gears churn. We're in this cycle we have stirred like a gumbo, a simmering pot, overflowing garbage, making us rot, crossing lines of a breathing state. Perhaps we are lifting this kingdom weight of energy, of flaws, expectation hitting us to the sense of boredom. We're hitting this beat with no sense of tranquility. We do live in this great big lie. You think of superstition, and I think of the know why we see the state of making us die with your little. You've done this since 10 and you've been unaware of the build of the landfill scope. You think you're helping now just by being the one to post on Insta, on Facebook, on Gram. You may get those likes, those views, but what is the plan? It is a word, a singular entity, population absurd. Give value the cover, give value a name. It is not wonder unless it thunders and rains. You have the power to help grow these seeds. You're once one in a lifetime. Who helped you feed? With breath, with life, with food. This it is reproducing everything anew. You want a family, you want a race, get self in gear and start to skate on this planet that is wholeheartedly thin. You wasted it out and chucked it in the tin with nothing, with no cherry, berry pies. It is craving the food and waiting for supplies. A hello, a slap, a name, a call, something for recognition to make us look all the same intact. Society has fallen through. We are the act to speak, to help those that fall, come again, rise again, and make us taller than ever, being giants in the sky. Jack needs no beanstalk to get gold to save lives. Lives. That is the it. It comes together as if we can be lit as fire, as beacons shining bright. Envelop your scope and take away that bite. Rest in this peace. Harmonious homes comes with the neat and tidy and manners around. If it can move forward, we can do it aloud with voices of few. It only takes one to change this, to prove what the plan A, B should be now. X-ray bones and cast it flowers, blossom these trees, go home, live home, treat it as we. And that's the pavement one.
Bravo, mate. Bravo.
And then this one, just drag this one in. Oh God. I don't, well, I know I've written this one. I haven't read this one in a while. Untitled, but slow the world down and sing. There comes a time to let self free of inhibitions of what we have known. We can rise up, sit down, or freeze in snowflakes falling from the sky. We want this sense of touch, but can only feel through eyes of others that gleam, others that help rise us to steam the engines of worries and cares. They say, stay at home and be aware of the impact of the things that we do. We are in round one of this battle for food in aisles, hearing the bells ring. Weddings are binding, but epidemics are hung on a string of patience, of testaments alone. It shows those true colors of who is close to home, missing the dream, the whole full pledge. You want to ride a hill, get self a sledgehammer, break down those walls. Something is coming and be in the law balance scales of this life. You want these pick-me-ups, get self them stripes of racing horses. You can start with being the homebody that is lent against the barriers in which you have been confound. Break out of this self and be allowed to move to the outside that is within. Be that guardian angel and be that kin, the child, the dear boy, the dear girl who played with her toys. Darkness is looming. Take this step ahead, glimmer in the light or rot with the deadly living, deadly scars. Take 2 meters in and then you are scarred of torture, of mercy of mind. Even if you don't catch, paranoia cooks inside, bubbles spilling, spitting at the seams. We as a nation have started to cream at the horror that we see of today. It's taken deaths by the dozens for us to even say we are united as a group. Are we now? Is it all bollocks and nonsensical that we're all being slaughtered like cows? Shh. We are crying to ourselves. Will the grass still be green when we leave ourselves? Brains, minds, work. Has the planet just been given a temporary bandage, or will we unearth this earth to its richest life? The birds are now singing on, soaring like kites. Breathe in the moments of this today. There may be suffering, and let that suffering at bay. Let us live. Let us dance. Don't let those death, those causes be for nothing, not chance. We as a collective have destroyed this world. We must now come together, and together we alone can ride this storm, this merry-go-round. We can be the kids that can take away the frowns of a nation march. This is the time for change, and change at last. Now I remember what that one's about.
That's beautiful, dude. Yeah. Amazing.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Oh, goodness. And then this poem, this one's called The Heartbreak Hustle. And this is another one, just a late night where I was writing stuff, saw Trump say some bollocks. And I had a bit of a reaction. So, Heartbreak Hustle. We talk about being locked in ourselves, being kept from life. But are we being the ones to be searched for knives, identity, shame, and roam? We stay in our towers and we look down below. Isolation has always been. You can say we were once one, never a team. Attention is always what has been had. If we let go of ego and response, Johnny could have had a dad, a family, a life of his own. Instead, we say Black Lives, and here we go. Again. The same intact. Look at your white sheets. And them in the black, the red, the pouring blood. We have had our privileges, and they are in floods of tears. It's been so long. There have been movements, abolitions, and still we're in none. Hunt, it's not 1833. Black lives were liberated, and that was meant to be guaranteed. But now all we have are these tweeting tags. Alarm bells are ringing, and we use a hashtag. This ain't enough. This ain't cool. This is a bloodbath that is bubbling, lukewarm. Heat is rising. Here comes the game. People who look for peace are always made slaves, murdered, dead at will. Martin Luther King had to pay his bill, right? Fuck, shame me now. Human hearts are broken. Little troll dicks are cow saying, now is not the time. If time is not now, when can we survive in this hell? And ouch, fuck, a bleeding field. Corona is a major player. Freedom is appealed. Shout out to those workers who keep us from illness. We are provided, but enough is enough. No skating on the ice of this shaky world. If that were me, I would be crying the very same words. Help me, I can't breathe. Love is tender and love is relief. What are the influencers doing now in this state? They have a following. You can tell those that are what is true in this world. Money is one thing, but life is the girth, the grit, the playing grind. You want to hear music? Take this to its finest tune. The blues, the 70s rock. Me being me ain't having no writers. Blockchain, Martin, George Floyd, the faces that were before. We have a mouth and they can't speak no more. We not dead. We're all still alive, breathing, complete in our day-to-day lives. Stop to think. Here in now. Brothers are our nation, devoted to movements, to rising with steam, elections, rejections, United States fiends. Respect is needed more into. We count our blessings, they fear of the who will be next. Could it be me? This is why we're fighting to get us off our knees. No pressures on the spine, no pressures in our scope. Dreamers can be dreamers and believers can have hope. America started to become full again. Obama, the liver, Trumper, the senator, more forces. Why now? What a black man wants to do is ride his bike, run and shower. Right, that's it. Now we only stay in the hood. You judge their way of living, but you force their living goods. They don't want to leave what is close to home. You strike opportunity down, just like building another rich home. The cycle of shit must be stopped. I'm sick of people sucking all of these cocks, watching this. Nobody that. If that was me in that situation, I would be the same on my back. Help, that is what we need. Open your eyes and see the inevitability. Time. Stop. No more now. If I can say this, why aren't the blacks allowed? We are all equal in our rights. If being good will get us killed, I'm holding those tight. Fight rights to be made. No one deserves to be treated as a slave. Open your church. Open your heart. It's time to recalibrate and make a new start. I really hope 20 years from now. There won't be this conversation again because we would have laid it all out. Influencers, celebrities, please, please, please use your power and provide those with possibilities of change. To let those earn a wage, let the dreamer be the next Obama turning the page. Education, family is all we need. Imagine if the innocent lives we lost could tell the officer, Google me, please. Now, all of this is a crazy concern. What will it take for us to live and learn? The heartbreak hustle is a living game. Strip back, live back. No more pain, no more gain, no more fame, no more complaints. Sustain the life we also crave. We want a sense of economic boom. Give the people what they want, equal rights in food. Chew that up, the cherry berry pie. This has been Drink the Ink saying, don't take a nosedive. Oh, wowzers.
That was an epic piece, man. I could tell you're angry about something. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That was great, man. So awesome.
Goodness.
Great. I mean, like, it's up to you. You could finish with one more short one if you want, or it's up to you. If you're done, then that's cool too. You know, it's a great piece to end on. But
yeah, I've got. Well, I haven't. I actually started to write this when we start the thing. It's not finished at all. But is it all right if I just give a little preview?
Mate, please do.
Nowhere in the running. I'll definitely edit it, and it's only the beginning section. But
that's what it's all about. It's a ground for you to experiment and be yourself, man. So go for it.
So yeah, I says, I wake up and see this man. This has never been planned, but since looking into the can of rations where I lay my passions, I see the object of his eye. The apple soul destroying why I live to breathe and serve my country's honor has been my title since birth. Blowing the trumpets, the wind, the gaze, I am woman, no longer a slave. I wake up to serve the people of now, shower the cries, the tears, people look to the many when we need lifeblood to cheer, to reckon, to beckon the cause. I awake myself and install a notion, promotion, a sickening sin. This for me is where my life begins. Tick, tick, ticking away. Night shifts are the way I stay, no head on the bed. I lift myself high in hope that serving duties I will meet my guy. My man, my rock. I will never get this writer's block as I have a pen in one hand, paper as thin, one chance to share my thoughts as skin. And that's all I've done so far. But yeah.
It's awesome,
thanks,
mate. I can't wait to hear that finished. So what's your next steps then for I know you're doing this big marathon with the drink thing. How can people find that? Just so people know on the
so for those that are just on here at the moment, just on the Drink the Ink thing that I'll comment on again. It's on there, but mainly where you can see my details when I'm posting it. If everyone has Instagram, you can find me at Bailey Harris Kelly or at drink_the ink. But yeah, that's what I'm really active on at the moment. I'm a bit slow on Twitter. I've been a bit bad on that, but I'm not tech savvy with that. But I'll be posting it, hopefully sharing it everywhere. So hopefully you'll see it somewhere. But yeah, it'll be something. It's on the 25th of this month. I'll be live on YouTube. It'll be recorded also, and it'll be distributed on platforms. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there.
Fantastic. Well, thanks so much for joining us, man. I loved your words, and yeah, we hope to have you back again soon, hopefully in the real world. So but yeah, keep it going, man, and yeah, I'll look forward to seeing the Drink the Ink stuff, bud. So yeah,
Matt, thank you so much.
No worries,
awesome.
Yeah, take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Cheers,
take care. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was Bailey Harris there, guys. So do check him out. He's a great performer and actor, and yeah. Okay, great. So that's our next act is actually Bavel. He's not on the stream yet, but I do have one more thing I was going to show you guys. So over last week, I spent some time down by the river filming for my brother's record label, Ooze Me Records. And we tend to sort of broadcast their videos at the Music and Words Club in the live space. So I think most of them we've done a sort of a preview on the sort of projector screen at the Hope next door. So yeah, and this the fifth video I produced for them. And yeah, it's called Yalas, and I'm gonna just play it for you now. If anyone recognizes the person in the video, then please post it up. I'm sure there'll be a few people that will. Bear me a second. Right. Okay, so this is Yalas. And what a great tune that was. That was Yalas. I forgot the name of it, but Under a Bridge, UAB it was called, and that was produced by my brother for Oosby Records. My brother's James Fleming. He goes under the name 7.1 and various other names. James Vernon, I think, is more of his producer's name. But yeah, do check out the label. It's out on Lobster Records at the moment on vinyl. And you can go to oosmerecords.com, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but if he's around, he can maybe post in the comments or something. But yeah, I'm always impressed with how well he sort of produces music and sort of how well he's come from, when he first started producing to where he is now. He does some really incredible stuff. So do support it. Okay, so our last act for the night is Diamond Bell. He's normally the first act on. He's my trusty sound engineer and co-partner in the Musical Words Club. So he spends a lot of his evenings volunteering his time and sort of doing the sound stuff when we're in the Hope. But he's also an amazing poet, so he's just really good at just supporting and doing improvised poetry as well. So I'm going to welcome him up to the Zoom link. So bear me a sec, guys, see if he's around. Diamond Bavell, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, mate. I cannot see you. Oh, there you are. There we go. Great. And you got a sound engineer written on your top, which is fucking awesome.
I do.
So, okay, no one can see that. There we go. And you got the glasses on as well, man. Love them glasses. You actually starred in an Oosme video as well, didn't you? So
I did. Yeah.
Wearing the exact same glasses. So please check out their channel and you'll see Diamond Bavell. I think it might have been the second one we did with them, but yeah, he did a great job of acting in their sort of their weird dystopian vision. So yeah, please check it out. But how are you, man?
Yeah, good, thank you. Good to be in this space, and it's different being here at the end.
I know it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it was KODAMA. They were worried about the neighbours, so I originally had them at the end and I had you at the beginning, but I thought, no, actually it's fine. Bavell can sort of finish the night off, be really nice. There's still lots of people around, which is good. We've had consistent numbers throughout the whole stream. And yeah, I think people just here to hear what you want to say, man. So, and should we start getting people to get words together now, if that's something you're going to do?
Yep, that'll be great.
Yeah. So, if you guys don't know, Bavell does improvised poetry based on your words. So, and as there's a slight delay between me sort of like speaking in real time and it going out to you guys, start writing down your words now of what you want him to write poetry about. And he will do that as soon as we got the words. But yeah, so how's the last few weeks? We went with you the 2 weeks ago because we had the all-female sort of stream, but then that was probably about a month ago then since we last
saw that was about a month. Yeah I really enjoyed that show. In terms of me, I was just moving one step at a time and creating, writing loads of performances on Instagram. Right. And just building ideas for shows and things, because I spent some time on an online radio show, well, radio like platform kind of thing, and it's called Zoom Flow, and we go from there. Is it right for me to mention the number as well?
Please do, mate. Yeah. Mention whatever you want to do. It's a free platform, cool. So yeah.
So it's Zoom Flow, so the Zoom.us app, and it's the number is 352-367-242. And then we have various classes and various shows as well. So just forming some ideas about shows. And I'll be speaking some more about that soon as well, because I've got one coming up on the 17th of this month. It's called Dream Catchers. So I do that every month on the third Friday.
Brilliant. Well, I look forward to sort of seeing that sort of tuning in. You've only got 2 words so far at the moment. You've got harmony and chaos. So yeah, and someone's just posted up the actual Zoom number there for you, so which is great.
Oh, thanks.
Catherine Grace. So it's probably one of your
yeah,
fantastic. So let's get some more words for Bavell. We've got chaos and we got harmony. We've got Bev Legends. I think we could take legend as a word, shall we? So you are a legend. So how about trying to think of a theme now. outdoor concerts. Let's get that in there somewhere.
Cool.
Okay, growth and pain. Some other words. Yeah, that's what we got, mate, so far. Harmony, chaos, legend, growth and pain, and outdoor concerts. So
cool. My name is Diamond Bavell. I'm the composer of words, the creator of music. My message to the world, if you decide to use it, is that you are not alone. I express this through music, spoken word, and poetry, writing about the world around me that I see, looking through legendary eyes or glasses, because we see that there's only harmony in those things that continue to pass us, like outdoor concerts? Or do we pass them, especially when we see that we are here to look at those things that maybe appear more clear whilst the wall has been lifted over our eyes? So many things that we see because we would rather hide, but hide and see that we could seek the people who we truly free ourselves from. How are we doing? What words have we got left?
So you haven't got chaos in there yet. Growth and pain, washing up is a new one. So yeah, I think that I'll let you go there with that so far. There's
cool.
Loads of heart, so we could put heart as one then. So
as we pour out our hearts to form the soap, as we wash away the pain from the growth, as well as seeing so many people look at life, especially when they would like to see it at most things that they could see, especially whilst they free themselves from this reality of life, but want to see what life would be like if chaos was calm. Taking breath so that we could see what rings the alarm, because we would rather listen to those people who speak outside of us instead of listen to the voices that allow us to trust in something higher than us, or maybe our talents and gifts. Seeing how this world allows us to persist, but as we solitary exist in confinement and isolation, so many people give us these things so that we can self-isolate. I was walking around the other day and I saw people with earbuds in, a crowd and one person on their own. It looks like they work from the same place, but that person didn't really look as if they were at home. Or maybe they did look like they were at home in this isolation because of the times that we allow ourselves to be in segregation. Maybe this is just something that we can look alike, so that we can see what life is like if we would pause and look for more words to see if we are going in the same way.
Okay, you got new chapter, me to we. And I think you should use your own name as well. Tom Putnam put Diamond. So let's get Diamond in there, shall we?
Cool. So as we turn me to we, adding diamonds, especially when we look at those different perspectives of faces that we portray, so that we could see what life would be like if we just made way for someone else to see what life would be like if it was a brighter day, but days were brighter than yesterday. Or is it that we are looking at the gifts of the present day because we would rather look into future so that we could maybe imagine or dream, catching them because we would rather protect them and see that this is a way for us to walk along a journey, seeing more about these things when we learn what's irking me, hurting me, because hurt people, or is it that they would like to see what life would be like if they were just equal to the equation that they were the answer to? As we unravel and see these things that we do, maybe we wonder why we make ourselves up or build ourselves up so that we can maybe feel that we are enough. But if we were enough, then maybe we could discuss many things, especially whilst we look up and see that this is where we bring truth to light. Seeing music and words in the background reminds me of those days where we used to gather going late into the night, but we are looking at each other at the end of a screen, I hope this will end, but it's taught us a lot, because without this stream, we wouldn't have the opportunity to be worldwide, to be over there and see, so that we can invite people from different communities as well as nationalities, so that we could join in unity and build a harmony amongst all of us, so that we turn me into we. Have we got any more words in the chat box?
No, just lots of love, man. So, you know, I think, yeah, I mean, I can give you some more words. How about fire? That seems to be a theme from tonight. I'll give you a mixer. Not sure you can get that one in there, but you're a sound engineer. So I've got some more words there. Courage. And I think what's been on the news recently? I've got water, emotions. They're 2 words up there. Yeah, community. I think that's an important one. So let's go with community.
Cool. So as we join and unite to create a boat, as we sail across the fiery ocean, not made of water, but made of that thing that keeps us driving on in this community, so that we could unite and then free ourselves from that abnormality that has grown as part of us as growing up, because we would rather conform instead of discuss those things that matter to us the most. May we have the courage so that we can coast on our emotions, so that we can surf the waves and ride the people who would rather see that this was another day from time, but time was those things that allowed us to align, like aeroplanes and people who would rather sign their life away. Maybe for a little bit of this and a little bit of pay, but seeing what life would be if we lived who we truly were today, instead of living the people we were in the past, or living as the people we were in the past. How about we step into the future, bring it into today, and see that we can be those people who make life better today, leaving people feeling better than they found them, especially when we walk around them and amongst those people who continue to see that life is a little bit like a mixer. Then we see that if you turn up the drums and the bass, and seeing other people lose their space, some to the left, some to the right, some down the center, because we excite or would like to give ourselves that hearing delight, that hearing bit of excitement, as we see that we seek enlightenment from the sounds that we mix, like the ingredients we put into cakes, or the ingredients we put into our favorite dish or plate, so that we can plate it up and eat with those people in our community. Maybe that's just a fantasy, or it was a thing of the past reality, but hopefully it will become a future normality. Let that be your food for thought.
Excellent stuff, man. You got some other few words coming last minute, but
okay. Yeah, what are they?
So you got water, emotions, earth, love, mind, and soul. So they all seem to be quite well linked anyway. So I'm sure we can do something with that.
Water, emotions, earth, love, and soul. Okay.
And mind.
And mind. So as we unravel the mind, as we travel the earth on this water, or is it the earth is the holder of emotions that were related to mothers, brothers, sisters, and daughters, as well as we see those things that we ought to do, especially whilst we free ourselves from me, you, I. Wonder if you've ever thought why, or how, or what, or when will it be time for me to step into the person that I know that I can be and accept the people around me, so that we can build stronger foundations in this community and see that this is the reason why I dream at night, or the reason why I would have to stand firm and fight for something I believe in, because there is always more to the things that we see. Maybe different perspectives from 2020 vision will allow us to free the the minds of our prisons, removing the bars one at a time until you can fit through. Leave that world behind you. Maybe look into where you were trapped, seeing that this is just something to attract or detract from your greatness. They say great is something that we can expect. Maybe not. Great is something that maybe we demand, but we don't see how we can do it when we high five and palm. As we ring bells of alarms and see that we can sing songs, because songs sing like hearts, like love, like harps pulling on strings, so that they can see that this is exactly what we bring when we bring food to the table, for thought, for nourishment, for love. Wondering what life would be like if we just sat down and looked each other in the eye. Wondering how we could see, especially when we look through other eyes, because we only want to talk, not be listened to, or talk and be listened to and not listen and hear. What would life be like if we spoke and listened with the intention to clear the parts of us that hold us and keep us weighted, so that we can see what life would be like if we just grated and sanded until we became smooth? What have you really got to lose?
Mate, that was epic. That was absolutely epic. I mean, you get better every time. I mean, I remember from when you first started doing this to where you are now with it, it's like different level, man. You're so good. So, have you got anything else you want to share with us, bud? So,
is there anything that the audience would like to hear?
We can ask them. There's usually a bit of a delay, so we'll just see what happens. So, but no, I mean, I'll tell you a little bit about the next session. I'm going to get Pete Cox to host it, actually. So, we're going to try and get some Innoverse performers involved. But yeah, and I'm really hoping that we can do some sort of outdoory thing when we can get you back on the sound and sort of back in a real space, man.
That'd be nice.
So just trying to find ideas. I know they've got that bandstand in the centre of Windsor in the Alexander Gardens. So I might do some inquiries and see if we could run something out there. But you know,
cool.
There's options. But yeah, yeah, always a pleasure, man. Eleanor says you've been amazing. You got loads of hand claps. Looks like you've got quite a few people online to support you as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, no one's requested anything, man. But if you got another poem or another shout out you want to do, or anything you want to do, so please feel free.
Yeah.
So
let's see what comes through.
Yeah.
As I put my hands together, I wonder if I remove them or pull them apart, could I measure the distance between my heart and mind? Especially when I look deeper into the soul, but the sole of my feet allowed them to walk on my heart as I wear them on my sleeve. They were doing this especially whilst they walked hand in hand and saw that they could understand each other by looking. Understanding what is burning inside, because there was so much pride, but pride was the thing that allowed them to multiply, then divide, and subtract, and then add until they became whole. As they walked on the fiery floor, paved with coal instead of those things, or maybe turned water into gold and gold into love or power or something else that made them feel abundant and allowed their purpose to flower and grow in valleys that allowed them to sow seeds that were once sown but reap the harvest of their emotions. Some felt sweet, others felt toxic, but there was just some other things that allowed them to mix it. Looking into life in which they persist, but seeing that this was the streets that they walked and see and saw and allowed themselves to free fall as they went to hit the floor, but it was removed before they could reach it. Sometimes it feels like you're falling, but when will you be caught? Will it be something that allows you to reach the resorts of your happiness, your sweetest spot? But they were doing this especially whilst they allowed the penalty drop like tokens come from out of those slot machines. Some call them coins so that they could recycle them and continue on life's gamble. Many people see this especially when they unravel on traveling times and seeing this life of theirs and mine and ours as we walk around amusement parks looking for our next thrill, using some of those tokens that we maybe sacrifice our time so that our life is slowly killed. From life breeds life, but thinking how we can multiply advice as we seek it and wonder what life would be like if we just leave it in deepest thoughts of depths, or depths of thoughts, depths, so that they could catch and then flip and reverse, so that they could see what life would be like if they counted their talents instead of their curses. The people who wanted to see what life would be like if they were just happier than kids, or happy like kids. You know, for those of you who had brothers and sisters from the same mothers and misters, that type of relationship where you have that language between yourselves. Some friends have it too, but it also rings true, especially when we listen to the chimes of time. Maybe they sound like that, bringing Robin into this act, especially when we want to see the hoods who take from the rich and give to the poor, maybe creating balance or something that is a little more. Creating the richness of community, especially when harmony is the things that set us free so that we could be the people who we really and truly be. Let that be your food for thought and a gift from me to all of thee.
Great stuff, dude. That was incredible, man. Loved it so much. You got lots of love on the stream. So very grateful to have you, mate, a part of this, and you've been supporting this all the way through lockdown. Obviously, whether you're on the stream delivering some words or just supporting, you know, and checking in, man, I always appreciate it. So yeah, and I think you got loads of appreciators out there too. So, you know, you're very blessed, man. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, we'll have to call it a day now, I reckon. So it's a bit of an earlier sort of session to normal, but I think most people yeah, tend to sort of start dropping off around now. So I think you've had a good peak time to sort of do your words, man. But yeah, all the time I was thinking about how we can get this this sort of thing happening outside, and I'm really sort of like excited with the idea about doing an outdoor event with you and me hosting, potentially at the loading bay, but with it streamed live out on YouTube too. So
yeah, that'd be cool.
Limited audience. I'll have to see if Dean's up for that, but yeah, we'll get back there sometime, man. We're good at problem solving, so that's all I'll say is that we'll keep problem solving through this pandemic and keeping art alive, man, and keeping all the diverse things happening in the different genres and all this stuff mashing together. So, and thanks for being a part of that too, dude. So
thank you for having me.
Yeah, cool. Look after yourself, mate, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
See you all soon. Good night, everyone.
Okay, that was Diamond Bavel, everybody. Just such a great gentleman. So much love for him, seriously. And yeah, thanks to all you guys for streaming in. Well, so for sort of checking in YouTube. Thanks for being a part of the Music and Words Club. So even you guys who are far away, you won't be forgotten when we start getting out of this lockdown thing. I will still make sure that these streams happen so you can still check in. And when we're back in the Hope finally in our home, these streams will still exist. And performers who can't quite make it here or don't want to make it to a pub can still stream in and perform to a live audience. That's how it's going to be. And we'll just keep it going every second and fourth Thursday, regardless of whether I can do it or not. There'll be other people who will be streaming out or performing out instead, just to keep these things going. I think it's important to keep consistency and some sort of sense of normality to these things. But thanks so much, guys, for being a part of this. The next session is on the 23rd July. That's session 53. We've got Pete Cox. He's going to be hosting it. He's going to bring in some of his Innoverse people down as well. The format is yet undecided because we don't know where we're going to be yet. But potentially it could be in the studio, could be outdoors. You never know. We've also got Karen McCabe, who's going to give us a set of original songs, which is absolutely amazing because she's been coming to the Music and Words Club for the last sort of 6 months, I'd say, even before the lockdown. And she finally sort of got us an original song together. She performed that live. And then she also came down with her brother's band as well, and played keys for them and sang some backing vocals. And she's finally got a set of original songs now to perform out, which is absolutely amazing. So we can't wait to hear that next week. And well, not next week, in 2 weeks' time. But yeah, that's all I've got to say, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. You've all been amazing, and thanks for your support. And yeah, I'll say good night now, and take care of yourselves. And buzzword again, stay safe. See you guys. Ciao.